Champions League dream is still alive. It's time to see if we can pass Shakhtar to glory. Hello there everybody, Merhaba arkadaşlar. Welcome back to the channel. Tekrar hoş geldiniz for another episode, episode 33 of Breaking the Big Three. Lots of threes in there today. Before we get into today's episode, a few bits of housekeeping and so on to take care of. First of all, as you can see, I have shaved my head. It's just something I do every couple of months. So, nothing untoward about that. Couple of other things. Obviously, today's episode, we're playing Shakhtar in the first game. So, a quick shout-out, another shout-out to Coyote Gaming. I stole the name of his series, his enjoyable series with Shakhtar in Ukraine, as we're playing them today. So, I hope you don't mind that, Coyote. And also want to say a big thank you to Mr. Taner Işık. He's part of the Turkish football manager community. He made a video a couple of days ago listing, 10 football manager YouTubers that you should check out, and he included me on the list. Most his channel's in Turkish, but there's a link to it in the description as well for my multitude of new Turkish subscribers. After he posted that video, I've gained about 50 subscribers, so thank you very much for that, Taner. That has, of course, taken me well beyond the 100 subscriber mark, and I did mention that there was something I was going to do once we passed the 100. That's going to come later next week. That will be an episode where I'm going to do a live com on a match in Turkish, so just to warn my English-speaking viewers that there's going to be an episode where you're possibly not going to make much sense of what I'm saying, which would actually probably be like most of my episodes anyway. Okay, so today, first matchup, Shakhtar in the Champions League. You can see the table here. Real Madrid have been the big surprise of this group, and for all the wrong reasons, to make myself sound like an FM press conference question. They have only picked up 2 points, 2 draws. They're bottom of the group. They're way off the pace. As you can see, we've picked up a second win, but we've also picked up a second defeat, and we are behind Bayern on basis of the head-to-head results, which I'll show you momentarily. Shakhtar are still leading the way. Today, Shakhtar are visiting us in Ankara, so if we win this game, as I hope we can, we're going to leapfrog them, and then, well, who knows, maybe today's the day Real Madrid suddenly get back to winning ways, and we might end this episode with a nosebleed. So I'm just going to focus on the Champions League for now. I'll show you the league results when we catch up there a little bit later. So obviously in the last episode we had that monumental win over Real Madrid. Now we followed that up with a complete reversal away to Bayern Munich. We lost by that 4-1 scoreline. It was a pretty poor performance from us. I was set up defensively and obviously it didn't work. Let me just bring back up the match stats there. I mean, we did create a few chances. We actually hit the bar. I think Gustafsson hit the bar when it was just 2-0 to Bayern, which had that gone in, that could have changed the complexion of the game a bit. As it was, I thought we'd made it look a bit respectable. There was this late flurry of goals. They went 3 up. We pulled it back to 3-1, but then immediately we went 4-1 down. Not our best performance, but then a couple of weeks later, Bayern came to Ankara and we bloodied their nose. A couple of quick goals early in the first half. Evren Şengül getting both of them, and I believe, well, he was set up by Holtman for both of them. Yes, he was. So Holtman and Şengül, the two wingers, combining beautifully. Bayern did come at us very strong in the second half. They scored an early goal, but then we were able to tighten things up and hold on for another famous victory. So here we are ready for today's game. Shakhtar are favourites. Obviously they're the form team in the group, but I'm hoping that the home form is going to put us in the driving seat here. Now I've switched to the formation that we had success with last season with the defensive midfielder. Part of the reason for that is that our best attacking midfielder, Mosameng, he's lacking match fitness a bit, and I'm not confident he can get through the 90 minutes and be as dominant as we would want him to be. If we look at the team then, so Utku's in goal. Going with Savic and Ozan, they've been a solid central defensive pairing. Hussein comes in at right back. I've dropped Ozgur Ortac because of poor form in a couple of league games, which we'll probably talk about a little bit later. Escobar comes back in at left back. He was dropped also for poor form. But unfortunately, Yusuf Adjer was injured in the last league game, so Escobar comes back into the team. So Gökhan takes the holding midfield role. Wako and Samed in the centre of midfield. Samed finally back to full fitness. He's missed a few games and we've suffered as a result. Evren and Holtman on the wings, and Murat Soylu comes in up front. He was also dropped after he had a bad game, and then I criticised him for it, and he told me to go to the opticians. So he's been out of the team for the last several matches. I brought him back in for the last league game on a rotation, and he slaughtered the opposition, scored 2 goals, set up a third, so he can stay in the team today. We'll try and build on that momentum. Now, I'm speaking in slightly hushed tones today, as it took a while to get my youngest son off to sleep, and I don't want to disturb him. But here's how the teams are lining up. So Shakhtar going for a 4-2-3-1, so that looks to me to be quite an attacking setup, and particularly with this right back here, so I'm going to have to watch out for that. I'm going to see how it plays out first, though. I'm never one to go and tinker that quickly, just in case they're, trying to fool me. Okay, so I am going to tell them to carry on from where they finished last time in the league, even though a lot of these players were not playing in that game. And let's get this match underway. Okay, Shakhtar playing in the white. That's just an opening highlight. Let's switch this back to the action zones. Okay, so it's a Shakhtar highlight, unfortunately. Hopefully we're going to get the ball off them quickly here, but it doesn't look like it. They're keeping hold of possession very well. They've got it out to the wing. They're going to whip in a cross. Oh, and the cross grazed the crossbar. Hussein, nice play to win the ball back there. Okay, Escobar then with the throw in. Let's see if we can get something from this. Gökhan's got it. Nice little pass to Samed. Samed gets into Wako, just hits it first time to Murat, and Murat gives it away. That's the kind of thing that got him dropped from the team recently. Shakhtar are coming down that right flank of theirs, I believe. So yeah, they're obviously focusing their attacks down there a little bit, but we've won the ball back. Let's see what Samed can do with it. Well, he gives it to Ozan, who gives it to Shevchenko. It's so weird seeing a player called Shevchenko as a goalkeeper. So my game is a bit jittery today, and I do not know why. So I do apologise for that. It's not normally like this, but the ball's come up to Holtman. There we go. Holtman does what he does best. Quick run in, and he's got the goal that we've been looking for. So look at that. Waco dispossesses Evren. It's Evren and Holtman all the time, man. These are the 2 players for us. And Holtman just controls, picks his spot. Great goal. So I'm just going to give them a bit of encouragement after that big start. And we've got a highlight again. Escobar. Escobar gets into Evren, and Evren has put us 2-0 up. And we're still not even up to 10 minutes yet. This is a fantastic start. As I said before, my son's asleep in the next room, so I'm keeping my celebrations a little bit muted, if I can. There we go. Evren just hits it past the keeper. Wow, this is a fantastic start. Look at that. 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. And as I say that, we've had a 3rd shot. All right, then. Well, this is the kind of result we're looking for. I do wonder what the result is over in Madrid. Madrid Bayern Munich. That's going to be key in what happens in this group. But this is going to move us into those qualification spots going into the last game, which is at the Bernabeu, away to Real Madrid. So that is going to be a tough one. There we go. Bayern have taken the lead against Real Madrid. So that means Bayern are top and we're second as things stand. But that could be good if Bayern are there, because then if they beat Shakhtar in their final game, then we should go through whatever happens. But alright, we got off to a fantastic start, and it's been quiet since then. I've just got to tell the team, don't get complacent. And Evren Şengül looks stressed. I'll just tell him that I'm very happy. Now he's happy. Alright, Soylu looks stressed. Well, you've been rubbish, so I'm going to tell him you can still improve. He still looks stressed. Alright, we might sub him if he doesn't improve in the next, 15 minutes. So not a lot has happened since that second goal, it seems. We've kind of sat back a bit, not taken any risks. We've just had a couple more shots since then. Shakhtar are not doing much at all. They're not really up for this game, it would seem. Telling me Hussein Gunesh has taken a bit of a knock, so we'll take him off. And I'm going to bring on Gustafsson for Murat Soylu. All right then. See what you can do from here, boys. Concentrate. We don't want Shakhtar to score now, because then they're going to really crank the pressure up in the final 15 minutes. Luckily, they missed. Okay, so concentrate, boys. Concentrate. Let's do a final sub. I'm worried about these two guys in the middle on a yellow. So I'm going to bring on Van de Gen. And he's taken the advanced playmaker role. And at some point here, we're going to go a bit more defensive on the tactics. I think now is as good a time as any. So let's just pull the wingers back a bit. We'll put them onto support roles, which they're both naturally suited to. Van de Gen, I'm going to switch into his favoured deep line playmaker role. Gökhan, alright, you stay as you are. Özgür, let's put you defensive fullback, which is your natural position. Same for Escobar. We are going to go, not counter, because we're not set up for quick counter attacks. We're going to go structured. And we are just going to go a bit more mixed. Retain possession. Disciplined. Stick to positions. Not going to look for the overlap anymore. Work the ball into the box. Just, try it. And waste time. Come on, let's waste a bit of time. Lovely stuff. Alright then. Oh, let's press play. Good idea. Alright then. Let's see if we can close this out. I think we can. Even if Shakhtar grab a goal now. I mean, they just haven't offered anything all game, have they? Only one shot on target, 2 shots on target. But okay, here we go. This is going to be the final highlight. Thank you, boys. Thank you, Holtman and Evren, yet again. Our players of the season so far, without a shadow of a doubt. So, I'm going to tell the team that that was a great win. There you go. That worked out perfectly. Exactly as we wanted. So let's just have a look. I'll deal with the injuries later. Let's have a look where we are at in the Champions League. So Bayern did win. So us and Bayern move ahead of Shakhtar. So this is the key thing in the final set of matches here. Let's bring those up. So we're away to Real Madrid. That's a very tough game. Shakhtar are home to Bayern. So Shakhtar have to better our result. I mean, we've got to face the fact that we're very likely to lose that game. Maybe we can hope for a draw, but I don't know. Shakhtar. So if Bayern win, then whatever happens, we're through. So that's what I'm hoping for. Never mind trying to get my team to win. I just want Bayern to win. All right then. We've got a league game against Kasimpasa. So stick around for that. Fade to black. Be right back. So, welcome back. Tekrar hoş geldiniz. Welcome to Kasimpasa, which is the name of another community member save, Daniel Gear. You can follow his save, if you're a member of the Slack. That's why I said slave instead of save. If you're a member of the Slack Football Manager community, you can also follow him on Twitter, and he's part of the Grass and Gear podcast. Links in the description. So we're away to Kasimpasa. They're doing all right in the league. They're 7th, so they are actually favourites for this game, despite having inconsistent form. I'm just going to show you what's been happening to us in the league. We are sitting 3rd at the moment, but you see we're quite a way behind first place, Başakşehir. So the last league game you saw on the channel was a 1-0 win at home over Fenerbahce, and then you see we had quite a poor run of results. Away to Başakşehir, and we lost 3-2. It was stoppage time goal that gave them the victory. And then this was a tough run of fixtures because 3 days later we had to play Bayern, so a lot of players were rested, and then the following weekend Galatasaray away, and they just slaughtered us 4-1. We took the lead. We did take the lead, but after that goal they were all over us, and we just collapsed in the second half, unfortunately. We did bounce back with a home win over Besiktas. So I was happy with that. Besiktas are struggling, and once again, this is the 3rd time this has happened in this career so far. Besiktas sacked their manager after losing to us. So I don't know what the Besiktas board or chairman have against us that they think losing to Genclerbirligi is such a terrible thing. And then we had that win over Bayern, and I thought, good, we're returning to form. And then our bogey team, Göztepe. Now, it was 1-1 at half-time. If I show you the stats, we should have won this game. We should have won this game. Look at that, 21 shots, but the telling thing is only 6 on target. So we just weren't putting the shots in the right place, and we paid the price, unfortunately. Then Akhisarspor, one of the weaker teams in the league, so that was pretty easy, even though it was rotating players. I did mention this briefly. It was Murat Soylu with the 2 goals, and Mosameng with another goal. So I'm hoping against Kasimpasa that we're going to get our first away league win of the season. We're still waiting for that. I'm sticking with the same formation that did the job against Shakhtar, just because based on who's fit, this puts as many people as possible in their natural position. So Utku's in goal. Sticking with Savic, Ozan, Escobar. I brought Ozgur back in because Hussein got a gashed head, so he's out for a few days. I'm bringing in the youngster, one of our youth prospects, Omer Korkmaz, in the holding midfield role. As you see, he's got 2 stars current ability. I've just been struggling to give him the game time he needs to develop, so he's getting it today. Issa and Samed in the centre of the park. Evren and Holtman, first names on the team sheet. Gustafsson up front. Murat Soylu is yet again dropped after kind of just being on the pitch and not doing anything in that Shakhtar game. Okay, so interesting lineup from Kasimpasa. They're leaving a big hole in the middle, which we'll be looking for Samed Kilic and Kemal Issa to take a hold of. Team talk then, we're going to stick with the pickup where he left off last time, because we said that last time, so they're picking up from where they left off. That's all good. Team talk. Okay, yeah, we're going to show we want it more than they do. Alright then, let's kick this thing off. So again, our opponents are in white. I'm liking the teams in white so far this season. Real Madrid, Shakhtar. Hopefully we're going to stick with it with Kasimpasa. Elvis, he was one of our players in the first season. People who have been following from the beginning or have watched from the beginning might remember him. Okay, Evren, getting a bit cocky there. Went for a shot when he probably should have gone for a cross, but it's been all us so far. Hopefully, we're going to turn that into something. Alright then, building from the back. Samed's got the ball, knocks it out to Holtman. Good stuff. Holtman, get it to Evren somehow. No, he gets it to Gustafsson, and Gustafsson, boom, in the bottom corner. Nice one, my son. Let's have a look at that again. So, nice quick play here. Holtman just takes a touch to control it. Switches to his other foot to whip the cross in. And if Gustafsson had missed it, Evren was going to get there. Lovely stuff. Right call to drop Soylu, Murat Soylu, and bring Gustafsson in, I think. Okay then, Evren this time knocks it inside to Issa. Gets it to Samed. Samed plays it through to Holtman. Holtman, ooh, hit the bar. Hopefully that's not going to come back to bite us later on. Okay, so we are at the half-hour mark now, and Kasimpasa are not offering much in this game, which I like. Oh, Ozgur kept that in play, and Escobar all the way up from left back, scores our second. Let's have a look at that again. Look at Ozgur here. Whoa, that was very close to going out for a throw-in. The key thing now is to get to the half still with that clean sheet intact. Holtman skips past the left back there. Oh, Kasimpasa, what's going on here? We are just running amok at the Recep Tayyip Erdogan Stadium. Alright, Holtman. Pretty poor turnout, has to be said. They knew what was coming, I think. Holtman with the cross, Gustafsson with the header. Simple but effective. Simple but effective, that's what we're looking for. Here it comes to us again. Gustafsson's got it. Oh, but we've lost it. Ooh, are we going to keep that clean sheet going into the half-time break? Well, they've got a chance to cross. Okay, good defensive work, but the loose ball keeps coming back to Kasimpasa. But, oh, crunching tackle from Evren. Good to see him back helping out in defence. Gustafsson, he's made his way through. Oof. Good reactions from the keeper there. I thought Gustafsson was going to score a wonder goal for a second. Here we go. Youngster Omer Korkmaz. A bit of a wayward cross there, but never mind. Never mind, we are 3-0 up and cruising at half-time. Okay then, team talk. So this is a tough one. Do we go with the don't get complacent, or do I think, seeing as Kasimpasa were favourites for this game, I'm going to say I'm happy with the way things are going. Let's keep it up and get out there for the second half. I'm going to tell them to concentrate as well, though. That'll be important. Keep your minds on the... Okay. Should have pressed concentrate a little bit earlier, I think. Okay, let's hope that is not the beginning of a comeback. Okay, here we go. Özgür's got it. Samed, such a vital player for us in the centre of the park. Altman should have scored there, Yeah, Samed Kilic, he did have a few games out with injury, and those were the games that we lost. He was out for the Başakşehir game and the Galatasaray game. Think I might have rested him for the Göztepe game because he wasn't fully back to fitness. That was probably a mistake. Okay, Savic, let's have a look what's wrong with him. Potential head injury. Why do my defenders keep getting potential head injuries? I do not know. Okay, I'm going to put Antov on. He hasn't had much game time this season, so let's give him some. Okay, so Antov's in the fray, and hopefully he's going to hold the defense together and not let it fray. Okay, been pretty quiet in the second half, but quiet is good. Quiet is good when you're trying to protect a 2-goal lead. And what are we going to do? I think we're going to take Ömer Korkmaz off. I mean, he's playing all right, but he's on a yellow, so Gökhan Gül is coming on. Bit more of an experienced player to hold things together. We'll probably take Samed Kilic off in a bit because his fitness levels are pretty low. Yeah, I have been having more trouble with injuries this season, and for some reason, which I can't figure out how to make it happen again, the head physio is no longer sending me reports. So in the previous seasons, he's always sent me a report, and the players with high injury risk and so on, I rest them from training, and that's worked well in terms of managing it. And now he's not sending me the reports anymore, and I'm always forgetting to go and check the medical centre myself. So I think that has led to more players getting injured. Anyway, here's Gustafsson. Ooh, Evren, you should have wrapped that up there. All right, then, we're going to make that final substitution. Then Samed Kilic, yeah, he's on 65%, so let's bring him off. We'll put Waco on. He's all right in the Mazzala role, so we'll keep him on that. And then, yeah, we're going to just tinker with the tactics a little bit, as we did in the last game. Just bear with me while I do this, please. Hopefully, that's going to work. Okay, let's see if we can close this game out and get ourselves back to winning ways. First away win of the season. It looks like it's coming. Yep, this is going to be it. Throw in, and the referee blows his whistle. Good stuff. 3-1 win. Very happy with that. Gustafsson, especially. He deservedly gets the man of the match, so we're going to tell them, happy with the result, happy with the way you played, thank you very much. So let's see what that means for the table. Obviously there are more games to come on the Saturday. Let's check. Another gashed head, exact same injury that Hussein had in the previous game, so we're going to leave him to the physio for that. Okay, so let us check the table then. So that puts us second for now, although Antalyaspor are having a very good season. They've still got to play this weekend, as have Konyaspor and our bogey team Göztepe. But it's only Antalyaspor who can pass us. Hopefully Başakşehir are going to lose their match. Let's have a look at what's coming up. I'm going to come back quite soon. We've got to come back for that Real Madrid game because everything's in the balance in that Champions League group. So I'm going to do that as a normal episode. That's going to be the Sunday episode. It's going to be Real Madrid. Probably do Real Madrid and Boluspor. Boluspor right down at the bottom. So hopefully that's going to be two games with positive results. Even if we lose the Real Madrid game, well, we're hoping for a positive outcome. So we've passed 100 subscribers. I said I would then do an episode where I commentate on the match in Turkish. So, my Turkish viewers, I know there are a lot of you now. Pick a game. So, as I said, the Sunday episode, Real Madrid Boluspor, that's going to be a normal episode. So then after that, well, what have we got? Kocaelispor in the cup. It might be a bit of a meaningless game. So, any of the other games here up to around the winter break. So we've got Alanyaspor, Yeni Malatyaspor, Osmanlıspor, Trabzonspor. Take your pick. Let me know in the comments which game would you like to see in Turkish. Yani bir bölüm Türkçe yapacağım. Türkçe konuşmaya çalışacağım. Hangi oyun seyretmek istersiniz? Siz seçin. Yorum yapın. Alanyaspor, Yeni Malatyaspor, Osmanlıspor ya da Trabzonspor. Hangi oyun Türkçe olarak bölüm yapayım, konuşayım, anlatayım, neyse. Okay, thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed that video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm Dodgy Gamer, and I'll see you at the Bernabeu.